Good morning, my dear students. Today again we are going to have bill of exchange, revision of bill of exchange. And you know very well, bill of exchange means sale and purchase of goods on credit. Sale and purchase of goods on credit. And when this is done, there are two parties, major parties. That is drawer, the seller, drawing, the purchaser, and the third one is payee. The third one is payee, P-A-Y-E-E, payee, the person who receives the payment. So when goods are sold by drawer, suppose it is A and drawing is B. When the goods are sold by drawer A to B on credit, then A draws a bill on B. A draws a bill on B for the value of goods sold to B on credit. For the value of goods sold to B on credit. B accepts the bill. B accepts the bill and it is sent back to A in the form of bill receivable. The same bill is bill receivable for A and it is bills payable for B. For B it is a liability and for A it is asset. When the bill is received by A, he keeps the bill till the date of maturity. Maturity is the date on which the payment of bill will be made by B to A. B to A. And when the payment of bill will be made by B to A on that particular date, that date will be called the date of maturity and B will record it in the books. So there will be three stages. And there will be three journal entries. There will be three journal entries to record the process of this sale and purchase of goods on credit. Sale and purchase of goods on credit. There will be three entries. First one of sale of goods. Sales of good. Number two, acceptance received. Acceptance received by B. That is bill to B's account because the bill receivable is our asset and B as a debtor our asset is reducing. Number third, payment received on maturity. Received on maturity, bank account debit to bill receivable account, bank account debit to bill receivable account. Very simple, these three journal entries of the three cases of bill of exchange, of the three cases of selling of goods, acceptance received and the amount received by A on maturity, the drawer. This is the first case when the bill is retained by drawer till the date of maturity. When the bill is retained by drawer till the date of maturity. This is the first case also. And in the same way, Three journal entries will be passed in the books of purchaser for number one, purchase of goods on credit. That will be purchase account debit to A's account. Purchase account debit to A's account. Number two, A's account debit to bill payable will be the journal entry for acceptance, giving the acceptance. Acceptance given by B to A. Acceptance given by B that I will pay the bill to A. That is A's and last is payment made. Payment made by B, the drawing on maturity. That will be bills payable account debit to bank account. Bills payable account debit to bank account. So you can see that these journal entries in the books of drawer as well as in the books of drawing are very important. In all the questions of bill of exchange, you will find these journal entries. You will find these journal entries, and all these journal entries will be recorded in the books of drawer and drawing all the time. These are the three journal entries in the books of drawer or the seller of the goods. These are the three journal entries in the books of drawing. And the books of drawing journal entries remain same because we will record it at the time of purchase, at the time of acceptance given, and at the time of payment made, at the time of maturity. And also you must be aware of the rule regarding the calculation of date of maturity. The date of maturity, 3 days of grace are added to the maturity date. You must be aware about this rule. Today is 2nd of February. Today is 2nd of February, and suppose a bill is drawn for a period of 3 months. Bilal, what will be the date of maturity in this case? Today is 2nd of February. Suppose a bill is drawn for a period of 3 months. What should be the maturity date?
5th May.
5th of
May.
5th of May will be the maturity date. How is it calculated?
सर 3 months का है आज 2nd February. Thank you.
Okay.
मार्च अप्रैल मई और 3 दिन एक्स्ट्रा मिलते हैं.
Those 3 days. Do you know why those 3 days are given extra? Those are the days of grace. Those are the days of grace given as, fellow being, out of love, out of time, extended time to be given to the debtor so that he may arrange it if it is not done in due time. Earlier it was given out of love, compassion, brotherhood, fellowship, because the other person is also doing trade with us. But now it has become a rule. It has become a rule now. It is legal to give this days of grace without any compulsion. It is given to everyone now. Days of grace, 3 days of grace to the person who is going to make the payment. So the person drawee has to make the payment always. He has to make the payment either to the drawer of the bill. He has to make the payment either to the bank. He has to make the payment to the bank if the bill is already discounted by the bank. He has to make the payment to a third person to whom drawer may have endorsed the bill. But in all the cases, the situation remains the same. Means to say, in all the cases, these 3 entries will be passed in the books of drawing. There is no change in the method of payment he will make. But in the books of drawer, only the first 2 entries remain same. The third entry always changes in all the cases. When he discounts the bill from the bank, bank account debit, discounting charges account debit to bill receivable is the entry. When he endorses the bill to some other party, to third party, to his creditor, then it becomes cease account debit to bill receivable, because the bill is endorsed to a person, our creditor. It can be in full settlement also, so that you have to see. And if it is sent to the bank for collection, if the drawee does not want to see that, does not want to involve himself in collection and payment of bills by himself, then he may give this duty to the bank. He may send the bill to the bank for collection, and on the due date, maturity date, bill will be collected by the bank on behalf of drawer. So these are the 4 cases. So when these 4 cases are there, there will be 4 times the third entry will change, but the entry in the books of drawer will never change. Coming back to the maturity date, you will have to give 3 days of grace, 3 days of grace compulsorily to all the drawing, to all the debtors. But if the maturity date falls on a known holiday, if the maturity date falls on a known holiday, known holidays are Gandhi Jayanti, 15th of August, suppose, or 26th of January. Known holidays are Sundays. Right? When it is already known that a particular day, everything will remain closed, it is a gusted holiday or a holiday announced by the government, then the maturity date will be 1 day earlier, right? Maturity date will be 1 day earlier, like 31st of January was Sunday. 31st of January was Sunday. If the maturity date after giving 3 days of grace falls on 31st of January, it would be paid on 30th of January, 1 day before the maturity date. 1 day before that particular date, it would be payable, because already it is known that the particular day is a holiday. But if it falls on a day when it is a sudden holiday, a holiday which is not known, holiday which is due to strike, holiday which is due to some agitation and all, then it will be 1 day after the day of maturity. It is a very important rule, because in every transaction, in every question, you will have to write the maturity date here, both. If you do not write the maturity date correct, it will be 1 mark will be cut for that. 1 mark will be cut for that. Secondly, Moving further, when the bill is dishonored, mind it, this entry should be reversed. At the time of dishonor of bill, this entry will be reversed because this was the entry of the acceptance of bill. And when he dishonors his acceptance, again the drawee will become our debtor. We will write B's account debit to bill receivable. B's account debit to bill receivable. B's account debit to bill receivable. Again, he will become our debtor, and he will also have to pay additional cost incurred on this. Noting charges. The next one is noting charges. You know very well what is noting charge. Ansika, can you explain what are noting charges? Who has to pay these noting charges? Who has to bear it actually? Noting charges. Are you aware about it? Ansika?
Yes, sir.
Bilal, yes?
When from the bank, then bank will pay noting charges. Sir, when the bill is dishonored from the bank.
Yes, when a bill is dishonored, then
bank will pay noting charges.
Okay. Who will pay the noting charges?
वो जो ड्रॉयर होता है.
The drawer pays the noting charges at the time of dishonor of bill to a notary public who actually records the reasons of dishonor of bill. He is sent by the drawer. He is sent by the drawer, and whatever notes he makes, they are legal and can be presented in the court as a proof of dishonor of bill by the drawing. He records all the reasons, time, place, date, signature he takes of the drawing that the bill is dishonored by him, and he is going to accept a new bill for a particular period of time along with the interest to be paid. So the noting charges are actually paid by drawer at the time of dishonor, but it will be borne by drawing. The drawer will collect the amount of noting charges from the drawing afterwards. Afterwards means when he will draw a new bill, then along with the interest, he will also collect the noting charges which are paid on behalf of drawing to the notary public. So suppose the bill was of 10,000 and the amount of noting charges is 100 rupees. So now the new bill, when the new bill will be made, first dishonor of bill will be recorded, the entry of dishonor of bill, that will be B's account debit to bill receivable. That is the entry for dishonor of bill. Here I will do it, dishonor. And in that bill only, we will add the amount of noting charges. That is to say, B's account debit 10,100 to right. Okay, यहां पर आप लिख सकते हैं सेपरेटली नोटिंग चार्जेस, दैट इज drawer. The drawer will collect that 100 rupees from B. So B को दोबारा से 10,100 के लिए क्या कर दिया, डेबिट. Bill is of 10,000, 100 rupees is paid for the noting charges. And when the new bill will be made, and it will be accepted by B, when the new bill will be made and it will be accepted by B, तो फिर से नया बिल बनेगा, बिल रिसीवेबल अकाउंट डेबिट। यहां पर आप लिख देंगे 10,100, तो ये हो गया। सपोज इसमें आपका वो भी आ गया इंटरेस्ट, 200 रुपए इंटरेस्ट भी हो गया, तो न्यू बिल विल बी ऑफ 10,300। 10,300 will be collected from B, including interest of 200 rupees. So this is all in this particular chapter, bills. You should know the journal entries, common journal entries of sale, purchase, acceptance of bill, payment at the time of maturity, dishonor of bill, noting charges, and endorsement of bill. Also, one more case is there, retirement of bill, that is retiring a bill under rebate. Retiring a bill under rebate refers to a situation or a condition where drawee himself requests the drawer to take the payment early because he is in surplus of cash and he wants to pay early and save some amount, so he requests the drawer to collect the amount early, and drawer also gives him some rebate on the total amount of the bill, right? So we calculate, suppose 10,000 was the bill, so we calculate if it is paid earlier, the drawer may give him rebate of 5%, 7%. It is calculated as per time period, and that much amount is saved by the drawee on payment. It is a income for indirect income for drawee, but it is a loss of some money for drawer, but he received the payment early. Okay, as you all know, your classes will resume from 8th of February. 8th of February. So all those who will send the consent letter to the mail, I will give you one mail ID today in the group, and I will send you a consent letter. You will fill that consent letter, get it signed by your parents and send to that particular mail, so that from 11th of February, your exams can be taken. You will be coming to the school to give offline exams. You can come to school from 8th of February also, but only after you have given the consent. Your parents have read that letter and agreed to send you for the school offline. But exams you have to come. That is compulsory to come for offline exam. Before that, your all fees should be clear. All notebooks should be checked. Then only I will give you one admit card, and when you will come to school, enter the class, you will show that admit card only, then you will enter the class. Any doubt, any questions? Inform others about the same thing. Yes.
सर एग्जाम तो 3 आवर्स का है, लेकिन उसमें डेट शीट में तो 9 से लेके 9 बजे से लेके 1 बजे तक का टाइम लिखा हुआ है।
That is probable time given, but it will be of 3 hours. जब भी शुरू होगा 3 hours का, 9 o'clock से पहले आप स्कूल पहुंचेंगे।
सर एग्जाम
at 9:30.
सर एग्जाम कितने बजे स्टार्ट होगा?
You have to reach the school at 9, before 9.
Okay.
Get your notebooks checked. Fees अपनी clear करिए March तक. Then only you will be giving the exam. Otherwise, no exam for those students whose notebooks are not checked or fees is not cleared. Inform this to others also. Thank you. God bless all of you.